What would happen if every single time a player casts an ability, everyone in their team just copied their ability? This only works for active abilities, so passive abilities like Victor's ult, for what it's worth, will not be mirrored. So we got two teams of 6 Eternus players each, with a couple of Eternus 6s thrown into the mix to try and figure out what is the most chaotic game of Deadlock we could make on the Glutensnake channel. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Eternus, but every single hero casting an ability means that every other hero in the team is also going to cast the same ability. So once this pocket casts his cloak, everybody in the team's going to cast a cloak. Once this Seven throws a Kutsu, well, no, the Ivy throws the Kutsu, everybody in the team throws a Kutsu. This is already pretty chaotic. I'm gonna find it impossible to cast it, but thankfully I do have Tom and Antidoxi here. Antidoxi, what do you think about this game?
I have to agree with you that it is certainly going to be probably one of the second most confusing games that we have recorded, given that we had recorded that Saboteur game once. But that being said, it already is absolutely looking to be completely crazy. You see all these abilities from all these different characters that you would never expect their abilities to be cast on. It is looking quite chaotic.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's always really funny because you think about strategy, all these games, and how are they going to approach each one. This one is just going to be like good old AoE slop sort of game. Throw as much AoE as possible in the general direction of your enemy and hope they die at some general point, huh?
I mean, speaking about that, that actually is what I remember one of the teams telling me when I was talking to them. I talked to each side at the start of each game, asking them what their strategy was, and that is verbatim what they said, actually, is that they planned on, quote, AoE slop.
Ah, AoE slop. But yeah, I mean, like, we already see the value of some of these abilities, all these, like, paradox bombs, all these, like, stone forms. It is just very interesting to see, and when the ults come online, it's going to be even more interesting. Some characters, though, are really designed to work with a specific hit. For example, Calico is... You're so full of bombs, of course you are. For example, Calico, presumably not a very good rain of arrows user, huh?
Not really. I mean, you know, with a shotgun character like that, you really can't expect that much. Or when Pocket casts Barrage or anything, or Flying Cloak, all these abilities here, and it's just, there's no way you could possibly strategize around all of that, right?
Yeah, I don't necessarily know. I mean, like, the problem is this. It's that the most important points in the game, especially in the game of Eternus players, stop being the, you know, like, the individual stuff, the individual picks, but start being like those big team fights, that urn, that mid-boss, those base defenses. And in those base defenses, you're...
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, already a lag spike, a lag spike.
Paradox bomb.
Can you believe that this game might be slightly laggy? We're gonna see what's gonna develop. But yeah, in those very important moments, it is very hard to coordinate, and everybody's in an Eternus level will know their role. The Abrams will know to frontline, the McGinnis will know to stay in the back and use her ult. But what happens in this sort of scenario? Like, you hear somebody like, give me a stone form, give me a stone form. Like, do you have the stone form? It's so difficult.
I mean, another thing you have to consider is, like, one thing that's worth mentioning with this game is that they didn't really have a chance to be able to test individual item interactions. You know, when it comes to Eternus players, obviously, they usually have a good idea of, like, how certain items interact with each other, but obviously, they haven't really had the chance to be able to see how abilities interact with each other when you have access to all these abilities where every character basically has, like, 20 different abilities on their list, right, Gluten?
I just saw the most hilarious thing. So Calico went into cat form, and then then somebody used rain of arrows. So it was just like a cat standing in the air, and they couldn't shoot anything. It's hilarious. But yeah, I did want to mention one last rule that Twitch chat just reminded me. Thank you so much, Twitch chat. There are no passives. So, well, everyone has their own passive, but if it is the case that, you know, for example, Victor has his passive ult, nobody else has access to that ult. Only active abilities are going to be copied. So, no 6 revives. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we see here the entirety of Hidden King side has become a 7 ult. And that being said, though, it still wasn't enough for one side. But that being said, at the same very time, it is just a massive amount of AoE slop. But
I mean, the Eternus are enjoying it, it seems, right? I think I've ever gotten a compliment during the game. It's like, thank you, Gluten. This is a great idea. The modder for this game was Doomy. He's an external modder, and this is his first project for the channel. So very curious to see if the server's gonna crash or not. That's gonna demonstrate the strength of his abilities, you know, as a modder.
It's absolutely looking like one hell of a stress test for someone's code project like that. I mean, seeing how much stress we're already putting it under, it is one hell of a durability test, not only for him, but for these players.
Yeah, I'm so curious. Like every time that we do these games, one of the big concerns that I have is how it's gonna affect the pace of the game. There's a certain like rhythm, if you. My God, these Talon ults going everywhere. I can't cast, dude. This is just too entertaining. But I'm always really worried about. You know, in a normal game of Deadlock, there's the laning phase, and then the game opens up a bit. There's a bunch of picks, and the first urn happens. The second urn, there's usually some mid right after, that sort of thing, right? I'm so curious how this is going to affect it, because the amount of damage that's available can mean that, for example, something like just bum rushing a walker, normally a very difficult thing to do without minions, maybe it is possible if 6 heroes are just spamming all their AoE stuff there.
I mean, that is absolutely true, but that being said, you have to consider that the defending side has just as much slop to be able to throw your way if they actually decide to show up. And given that these are Eternus players, I can almost guarantee they're going to have some sort of follow-up to any time you're trying to push any kind of walker or anything like that. But one thing I'm going to give a little bit of a prediction here for is that the Sapphire, I'm so used to old names, but the Archmother side actually had a prediction here that they were going to be going ahead and rushing mid as soon as 8 minutes hits here, because apparently they have a bit of a trick up their sleeves, which I'll leave for when it happens later to show you.
Ooh, I'm always curious about tricks. I do want to talk a little bit about some of the more interesting combos. So I think that Affliction is going to be incredibly key here, because Pocket, they have Affliction. It's a very good AoE damage spell, but imagine being able to deny healing from the entire enemy team. That's going to be so incredibly valuable as Pocket, especially because a lot of the strategy of Team Sapphire is explicitly based around high healing heroes. That Victor, that Abrams, they do have so much healing potential.
Yeah, I mean, and just as much as they have healing potential there is absolutely mobility potential here, because another thing you have to consider when it comes to these items that everybody's casting all at the same time, it has to be Ivy ult. Ivy ult allows every single person to have light individually. That allows them to cast it on themselves and travel throughout the map. And, I mean, I don't know what can be more mobile than that.
I don't know either. But, I mean, we do see the smoke bombs. Those are going to be very key, especially because it does give a little bit of a bonus on movement, and that's going to give so much coordination to folks. I don't know, like, who do you consider the most key pick on either team? Like, what is the key hero?
I mean, when it comes to, like, key heroes or things like that, you really have to consider just what character's ability, not only for themselves, but for everyone, is the most influential. And in this specific case, I don't actually recall if abilities scale for each person. I'm assuming they do, and if they do, I mean, I'm assuming Pocket Ult, for the sake of this being an ultimate, and obviously the blocks all healing, like you said, definitely be very detrimental for the Archmother side. But if you're considering for the Hidden King side, I gotta say, once it comes online, that Warden ult might be absolutely terrifying for the enemy team.
Oh yeah, everybody casting Warden ult is gonna be so horrible. I mean, the way that I understand it is that it's based off of your specific stats. So for example, if you are a Warden and you have 100 spirit and you cast your ult, and your Victor has 50 spirit, the Warden ult that is on the Victor is gonna be a 50 spirit one. So basically, you can't just like spirit spam everyone unless everyone has like Boundless or something. Now, of course, to me, the most key member of Team Amber is that Paradox. Paradox Grenades are one of the most potent abilities in the game in terms of just doing raw damage. And I think that can be very annoying. The slow can be annoying. The stacks can be annoying. Imagine if you have like a whole map, a whole fight full of Paradox bombs. I think that's going to be insane. Minute 9 has hit, and we have not seen mid yet, Antidoxi. Has Team Sapphire changed their mind?
I can only assume so, but I will spoil it for you guys since we managed to get this far into the game, is that their plan was actually to use a unique interaction with Great Talon arrows and Calico's own ability to be able to effectively just one-shot mid, but I'm assuming that the Hidden King side has been a little bit too overwhelming for them to really be able to make the time. But that being said, they are collapsing on this Paradox right now as we see it. Maybe they are trying to plan for it just a little bit late. What do you think, Gluten?
I mean, it is just very difficult to do all of these chases. I mean, look at the coordination. They asked for it, an owl gets thrown in, immediately the stone form comes in. This is like the power of Eternus players talking with each other. I think the Paradox specifically asked for a Calico to do a swipe forward, and immediately it happened. I mean, it just makes these chases a lot more difficult, because normally every hero has like 1, maybe 2 escape tools built into their kit or their items. imagine having 12, because every single teammate can help you a little bit. So chases are going to be very difficult, and team fights are going to be very desired, and I think the teams are slowly learning that.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the fact that in a team fight, everybody's probably going to be looking at one single person, especially during a gank, you're going to see absolute chaos and destruction happen like we just saw there, where you have 3 or 4 people looking at a single person casting all their abilities, and that's all multiplied by 4. Absolute destruction.
Twitch chat is asking, where are my 6 Graves ult? Can you believe it, Antidoxi, that the sort of thing that crashes the server is 6 Graves ults, and then you press refresher and you cast 6 more Graves ults? Can you believe that crashes the server?
I don't know. I could have sworn that the server wouldn't crash until you hit 18 Graves ults.
But yeah, the list of heroes, I'm gonna make something in the description. You can check out the description of the video. There's basically a very limited list of heroes that actually work, because a lot of targeting abilities are kind of buggy and have to be fixed manually. And we made an executive decision that we'd rather have like 18 working heroes than try to fix every single thing in the game. So if your favorite hero isn't appearing, it's either because they have too many targeting abilities or because they actively crash the server.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's so many abilities going up all at once. Even now, as you saw earlier, there was a bit of a lag spike that we had because of just all the chaos going on. Like I said, I'm most likely blaming Paradox, but even with all that aside, it is still absolutely chaotic, even for the people to be able to comprehend, let alone for the server to handle. Thank God for our devs, by the way, that they're even able to handle that, right, Gluten?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, we have some amazing devs who have managed to pull up some insane stuff over the past couple of weeks, and we have so much more. Like, there's at least one project, the secret project, that I really am excited about, but more on that once it's closer to being done. But yeah, Ern has been picked up, and the 7 is putting it in by himself. There's almost no one from Team Sapphire even close enough to contest. Oh, that's why they're not close enough to contest.
And so the plan has come to fruition.
I mean, it is doing a fair bit of damage. I assume just like the amount of RF sufferings and everything being cast. Trading Urn for mid, not ever a good choice, but a lot of stone forms are coming. Is it going to be enough to do something? I can't even follow this fight, but it is going to be 2 rejuves, all 3 rejuves going to Team Sapphire, and 1 picked Haze.
It absolutely caught them off guard because they weren't thinking about those kinds of interactions, because how could they? This isn't something that they could plan for, of course. It's too much for them to be able to process all at once, even for an Eternus level. But that being said, like I said, even though they didn't do it at 8 minutes, they definitely did it earlier than anyone could have ever possibly expected. And now you can see this team fight is an absolute slaughter fest. As people's health bars are little more than a piece of thin, wet paper being torn apart as they try to fight each other, and suddenly they all just die.
Hey.
I mean, if they're really looking to crash the server, Echo Shard's right there.
Echo Shard is right there. Did you see all the Owl Brigade? Oh my god. The attack drones going straight for that. And it works. The Ivy is dead. Oh my god. That's actually an insane strategy. Just like continuously target a hero with Talon Owls. Everybody gets plus 10 souls.
Oh, Assassination Squad. Oh my god.
I mean, that's insane. Very deep dive here. Pocket, they're in a very exposed position. But, I mean, still, Team Sapphire is managing to get a little bit of a pick. And, of course, with 1 pick and 2 rejuves, you are allowed to push Walker here, I think.
I mean, yeah, you definitely see the great talent over here going on. And I do wonder what's going on in those VC comms right now. Are they perhaps screaming, give me this ult, give me this ability, give me this, make sure we get everything on this Walker? It's only left to the imagination. Maybe it's something I'll be able to answer after the game.
Oh, I mean, like, there's a reason. People keep asking about Gluten, can you, like, include the VCs? A, it's, like, a massive organizational overhead. And B, you don't understand how chaotic, like, it doesn't really add to the experience in the way you would think. They're either too quiet or too noisy. It's fun when it's, like, an individual thing or a 2v2 thing. Oh my god, those Paradox bombs were so disruptive. What the hell? This game is insanely hard to follow. I just don't know what the hell is going on. I don't think the Eternuses do either.
Do you know, like, when there's, like, 2 magnets, you have 2 horseshoe magnets, and you point them at each other, you know how you just can't push them together because they just push each other away?
Yeah.
I feel like we got the same thing happening here, except instead of it being magnetism that's pushing them away, it's just a sheer damage output that just kills everybody before they can even get close to each other.
Yeah, I mean, like, I imagine Spirit Resilience is mandatory at this point, and we see that almost no one has picked up Spirit Resilience. We see, what, 1, 2 Spirit Resiliences and a couple of Enchanter's Emblems?
I mean, how much is it really going to matter if you're taking enough to completely chunk your health bar in 2 seconds? What, you going to survive 0.25 more seconds? I mean, I guess I kind of realized at that point, it's like you might as well just go damage, just kill them faster.
I mean, like, 0.25 seconds might seem like too little time, but it's enough to communicate to the team that you need a stone form now, or you need a barrage now. 0.25 seconds is a worthy sacrifice sometimes. I don't know. Maybe the thing that you need to do is just, like, go full damage and screw the rest of your kit. Yeah, E-Shift is actually a very good choice. I suspect we're going to see it here. I mean, with the amount of damage being outputted, it doesn't surprise me at all. But yeah, I think E-Shift is a very good choice. I think Cheat Death might be very interesting. I mean, imagine all of those owls with Cheat Death.
Absolutely disgusting. But at the same time, I will say in terms... Oh, the owls are coming out. Let's see what they hit real quick before I say anything else. And they can all control them. Oh my goodness, I did not think that would happen. But as I was saying, there is currently a 10k soul deficit in favor of the Archmother's side. So we might be seeing a little bit more aggressiveness from them. Anyways, back to you, Gluten.
Yeah, I mean... Of course, the Archmother side is a little bit more favored right now. Hidden King certainly 10k souls behind. But you must imagine that it is just so difficult to engage that Hidden King position just because of those Pocket Afflictions. Those Pocket Afflictions denying all anti-heal means something like Paradox Bombs are completely and utterly deadly. I don't care how many auras of suffering or siphon lives you have. If there's nothing to heal you, you will die immediately.
Actually, one thing I'm wondering, does Spellslinger interact with each of the abilities cast, or is it only your own abilities that you cast?
Those are like very smart and intelligent questions, Antidoxi. We'll probably discover over the course of the game. I imagine Spellslinger is insanely OP if it does work with all the abilities.
Yeah, because I do see Warden just purchased it, so I guess I'll keep an eye on them, see if their stats do reflect that. Because if that is the case, then yeah, you're casting all these abilities all at once. It's basically permanent uptime. But you see here, Abrams is just sitting right underneath the 7-0. All these barrels, Grey Talon shots, rain of arrows, all this stuff. Calico's floating up beside them alongside Grey Talon and Abrams. The speed that I can talk can only be matched so much by the amount of chaos going on as this match progresses.
In the meantime, this Shiv is using the chaos happening in the middle, where everyone is just too confused as to what is happening, to just try and kill this Walker. Walkers do have 0 resist to punches, so it is really worth punching them. Of course, that's a fantastic usage of what I can only assume some sort of flying ability. I don't know, pocket, something. But yeah, I mean, he gets the Walker, and that is so freaking important.
I mean, yeah, we can't even determine what flying ability at this point. I mean, I'd have to go over the list and see every single person. There's too much. Go on.
I think that Team Sapphire is just looking straight at mid boss. Urn has been picked up on the other side, and mid versus Urn yet again being the topic of discussion here. But I do think Team Amber is way more organized and might be actually able to contest here.
It is looking like something that is definitely about to go down here. As you see, Urn is being contested at the same time that mid's being fought. All these abilities going on. You see 6 pocket abilities, 6 barrels, 6 of every single ability you could possibly think of in your life. Last stand's going off. Can you even make it out? But it doesn't even matter because the Eternus still manages to get 3 rejuves on the Archmother side. Oh,
yeah.
Talk about
yeah, I mean, and it was so tough because Ivy almost had that Urn secure, but now the Holliday is here, and I don't think you're going to be able to win that fight. The Urn is going to be picked up by Team Sapphire, and of course, with those 3 rejuves, with the Urn, with the massive advantage that they get in every single step, I think they're going to be able to push those last 2 walkers of Team Amber.
Yep, it absolutely is looking like a closed out Urn fight. But you can see they are still trying to throw themselves at it with everything they can, but it was not enough. And Archmother's side claims the Urn on top of mid. It is not looking good for that side. And as you can see, the bird is still enraging the team.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, really good stuff. Team Sapphire really showing how to utilize those abilities best. It seems like their Aura of Suffering Siphon Life plan has proved to be a lot stronger than the Mass Affliction plan. Do you guys have Spirit for Bird? Yeah, they do all get Spirit for Bird. They all get plus 10 Spirit. Not like plus 60, but like plus 10, depending on who gets the bird.
Yeah, I mean, you are seeing how it is. A trade offer, you receive Spirit for Bird, I receive a bird to your face.
But yeah, I mean, this is just proving to be such a chaotic fight. I do think that the 7 ult is a very, very good ult, especially in this scenario where everybody can cast at the same time, but you just cannot be in an open position. You will be bursted down so quickly. And see the
Warden
power. Yeah, the power of Rain of Arrows has actually been insane. Just being able to like utilize it. It's especially strong with something like Victor, because Victor does get plus spirit damage on all of his bullets, which means he's not affected by like distance, so he doesn't even have to pick something like long range or sharpshooter. He's still going to be incredibly effective with his bullets, even at Rain of Arrows distances.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that you have to consider that are not as obvious when it comes to abilities like Rain of Arrows, is that he actually gets a flat weapon damage buff whenever he is using the Rain of Arrows ability. And on certain characters, since it's getting applied to everybody, like Calico, for example, they actually get that buff, and that's how they've managed to first shred mid so fast.
Yeah. Right now, we do see Team Sapphire is pushing really hard, trying to get the last walker. They do have 1 or 2 members just trying to fix those waves on lane number 3. And, I mean, like, it is a very big soul difference. This shows how balanced Holliday is this path. So true. The only reason why this game is going the way it is because Holliday is unbalanced. Totally not something else.
Oh dear, we may have server issues soon as Echo Shard has been picked by the Paradox.
Oh no. Oh no. Echo Shard Paradox will be insane for this base defense. I mean, like, if a game goes north of an hour because you just cannot go inside the enemy base, is it a draw?
I don't even know at this point. This is frying my brain like an over-easy egg on a pan. It's just trying to see all these shifts, Ivies. Who even is anybody anymore? I cannot cast. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, I should just start reading like you know, like poetry or something. Thus sleeps the crimson petal. Thus sleeps the white. I don't know. I'm trying to remember poetry from my high school literature class. I'm struggling. Anyhow,
The spirit snare may giveth, and the spirit snare may taketh away.
once upon a midnight dreary, as I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of glutenic lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a bomb tapping at my chamber door.
Why do you have this?
So insane.
Only on Glutencast, everybody. Everyone, make sure to subscribe to Gluten so you can get
So
more
funny.
schizophrenic rants of poetry.
It looked like the Paradox was driving like a flying scooter. It was just so funny. Oh my god. We're seeing some combinations you'll never see in a regular game of Deadlock, folks. This is what Deadlock is meant to be, okay? Chaotic fun.
This indeed is Deadlock at its prime, as you see too much things going on. You see your casters just singing poetry. So quoth the Raven, nevermore, I guess. Over here, as you see this Abrams with Last Stand, with the bird, immobilized, stunned, heal bar that's going halfway up their entire side. Rain of arrows in the skies. You see 5 other Warden ults going on. Spirit snares, traps all on the floor. And someone's dead. Thank God.
Thank God. I mean, usually when a death happens, it's the saddest moment in an event because you're like, the fight is gonna be over soon, the Eternus are gonna get. But now you're just like, thank God, because how difficult is to understand like 6 players playing against 6, 3v3. Maybe I can get it. I mean, time is almost up on that urn. It is just the Victor contesting here. I think Team Amber is gonna be able to get some very good denies very quickly. And then the orbs are all up. In the meantime, so the mid boss is done at almost insane precision. It is just this Holliday contesting it. I think the Team Amber managed to secure everything with 5 stone forts. I think you're dead. So, and we do see those E shifts. I want to say.
Wait, do we finally have E-shifts on? Hold on. I haven't even been able to tell because there's too many colors. It's like I'm watching a kaleidoscope of information being presented before me as everyone is flying with 7 ults at the same time.
Is this the ADHD gameplay that people have been requesting from the Glutensnake channel? Permanent engagement, information overload?
I really do think that this is the future of Deadlock, my friends.
I mean, Yoshi, I know you watch these videos. I know you're a huge fan. Listen to this one, Yoshi. Just a hero that does exactly what this game mode is about. Just like copies all projectiles and just throws them at random directions. That's their ult. 10-second ult, it was just copy projectiles.
why stop there? Why not just make it a mode? That this is all it is. It's just everyone's abilities are all cast at the same time. I'm sure it can't be that hard to code since we did it. Come on, Yoshi, right?
Come on, Yoshi. The Warden's loving it. Warden is truly the Glutensnake channel's biggest fan, you know?
Absolutely.
Whatever bullshit we throw their way, they're gonna be fine with it.
Metro 182, I'm sure you're out there, buddy, in this game, and I'm sure that you're having a great time. You know, we made this whole thing just for you, my friend, as we're absolutely shredding, and all things must come to an end. I've got to say, the Raven may be quoted already, but it may be nevermore still.
Well, I mean, it is. Team Amber did manage to get that patron down. Of course, as their waves are completely destroying their own base, the minions might be the most OP hero in this game mode after all. But no, they're going to go back. They're going to clean things, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to finish the game.
Maybe we might just. Oh my god. I'm going to need to take a walk after this.
Just a walk?
Yeah, I gotta go take a walk outside, man. I gotta touch some grasses.
Just touch grass. I mean, you're gonna be touching a lot of kudzus, that's for certain.
No! You're gonna give me PTSD. I look at the grass on the ground, it's just kudzu. I look at the wires in the sky, it's just Ivy tether. I look at a bird flying through the air, and I think of Great Talon.
I look at the font of the game, and it's just papyrus. Oh god, nobody will get that joke. I hope somebody gets it.
Elite ball knowledge for those who do, though. Maybe comment in the back on the bottom.
Comment.
Like that one.
Comment below if you like the papyrus joke. Okay. In the meantime, there seems to be one last brawl here. It is approaching that infinite cooldown game of like so many things being thrown at the ground. It's just.
I do see that. Let's see here. Two people have gotten transcendent cooldown on one side, and everyone, I'm pretty sure, has gotten CDR on their abilities.
Which makes perfect sense. Yeah. I mean, makes sense. That unstop from that Abrams can be so valuable, especially if everybody gets it at the same time. Now, of course, with two people dead from Team Amber, maybe Team Sapphire can do a little bit of a counter push and be able to get those shrines.
They might just be able to finally trade, and maybe something could finally have a bit of a calm moment as everyone is starting to go down on the Hidden King side. You do see that half the team is already on a 45-second or longer cooldown on life, although that Shiv is on an absolute tear right now. Paradox is doing all they can to try and stay alive. And with all their abilities that they have, Holliday is harassing them as we speak, and Holliday is literally walking at them as Victor now. Holliday Victor is now confirmed, I suppose, guys. Make that the newest patch, and as you can see, this absolute chaos is going on with a...
Yeah, maybe the way that we should think about Deadlock ships is based on how well their abilities coordinate with each other when they're all cast at the same time, you know?
This is how we should balance the game, clearly.
Yeah.
Yoshi, please increase ability cooldowns by 200,000%.
But yeah, Team Sapphire using their decisive advantage to try and get those shrines, and they're gonna get Patron pretty easily. Ern is there. I don't know if Ern's gonna be Prio, but just gonna get this Patron. And I think Gluten, will you like something to us? What? What does that even mean?
I think they're suffering from the same level of brain rot that we have succumbed to over the course of this game, Gluten. I think they might be lost.
Has anyone said 6-7 in the game? That's like the level of brain rot I'm looking.
Oh, yeah,
do people still say 6-7? I think 6-7 has completely disappeared. It's like old people. Well, only old people like me say 6-7. Unks like me.
Yeah, I think I have seen it kind of become like a Rickroll kind of thing. Anytime it appears, it's just like, you gotta take your hit, shake them a little bit, you know?
But yeah, this final fight is happening right here. It is for all the marbles. Both patrons are down. Whoever wins this one is going to matter a lot. And the Paradox bombs have been thrown. But will it matter? Two people have already died from Team Amber. Of course, this is... Oh, wait, no. Look, the patron is going down. The patron is going down. They're saying, screw the team. We're just going to go and try and finish things up. But two people do make it inside the pit, and that might be enough for everyone to survive. Oh, my God. This Paradox is proving to be so good at the defense. The walls are insane, and everything that comes with it. With only 3 members left of Team Sapphire, you might have to back here. Maybe that 3v4 is not smart. After all, abilities, and the difference usually is like linear if it's like 3v4, but now it's quadratic because there's 4 times as many abilities if there's 4 people active and alive in the game.
Quadratic, not the math class, Gluten, please. I've already had enough trouble from touching grass out in the PE class, but now we have to go talking about algebra?
Oh no, we're gonna have to talk about backdooring soon because this holiday is going in and there's no one here. No, isn't it? It isn't. It isn't. GG. Nice backdoor. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like the idea of heroes being able to cast abilities that are not their own, you should check out this ult-only ability draft where we gave every single hero 4 ultimate abilities. Thank you so much to our Patreons and have a good day, folks.